Good morning, everybody. Today's lesson is a continuation of our study of rates, ratios, and proportions. And one last example or strategy is something called a tape diagram. It's okay if you don't catch on to this right away because we won't be studying this example, but it's a nice representation or another option to consider, and maybe it'll make sense to some of you. But it's also a nice way to start considering that we've been away from school for a couple of weeks, and it's kind of nice to just dust off the cobwebs of this that might have formed while we were away from school. So this is a strategy talking about tape diagrams, and these are considered, I want you to remember this word right now, what we are working with is primarily part-to-part ratios. One part of a whole item and compared to another part of a whole item, and think of it as a recipe, and maybe we're comparing cups to flour or chocolate chips to peanut butter or something like that. So in this example, introducing the idea of a tape diagram is kiwi berry juice. Kiwi berry juice is made up 2 parts kiwi fruit and 3 parts strawberry juice. That's the given rate that they've given us. And the ratio of parts kiwi fruit to parts of strawberry juice can be modeled using a tape diagram. So if the original rate that is given to us, you draw a square for each part, indicating it like a piece of tape. I don't know the history behind the naming it a tape diagram. And then you have the 3 parts strawberry modeled here in this tape. Solve each problem 3 ways using the tape diagram, using a factor puzzle, and using cross multiplication. So yes, I know that you guys are already here, but you know what? It makes you a much more intelligent math person and gives you a few more problem solving options if you can learn how to do it different ways too. Okay, so how many liters of kiwi fruit juice should be mixed with 15 liters of strawberry juice to make kiwi berry juice? Now this is the question. If we have 15 liters of strawberry juice, we need to up our liters of kiwi fruit to keep the flavor the same. So this is how the tape diagrams. You see the 2 boxes for the parts kiwi. You see the 3 boxes for the parts strawberry. And what is given to us in the second ratio is this total right here. We actually have 15 liters of strawberry. So we have to take that new total of strawberry parts and divide them equally into these 3 squares. So it's just a simple division problem. 15 divided by 3 parts means there should be 5 in each part. Okay, and that once you figure out that answer, that number goes in all of the parts. 5. And then to find the missing amount for kiwi fruit, you just add this whole tape diagram together, 5 plus 5. You would need 10 liters of kiwi fruit if you have 15 liters of strawberry fruit juice to keep your kiwi berry juice tasting the same. This is a review of factor puzzles, and my apologies, I couldn't cut this little icon out, but what is hidden here is we used to do factor puzzles by labeling the columns. We're going to tip that table over and we're going to label the rows. Kiwi fruit, strawberry juice. 2 parts kiwi fruit, 3 parts strawberry juice, and the greatest common factor we used to put here as the linking unit, if that sounds familiar to anybody. We're now going to put the linking unit up at the top. Okay, the greatest common factor of 2 and 3 is 1. And then we can work backwards from there. 3 divided by 1 is 3. We'll put that off here to this side. 2 divided by 1 is 2. 15 divided by 3 gives us this top factor out here. Now we have the 2 factors. We multiply together and we get an answer of 10 liters for kiwi juice. Just solving the factor puzzles the same way, it's just that we've tipped it over. We've rotated it counterclockwise 90 degrees, and we've put instead of our labels at the top of a table, we've now put them on the side, and then just kind of push the table over, but solving it is still the same. And this way, this is where we'll use most of our strategies, but it's still good to practice other ways too. This is our good old cross product strategy to solve for x. Cross multiply 15 times 2. Divide by the lonely guy here. He doesn't have a factor diagonally. And at this point, remember, calculators are allowed, and I lost my calculator. I closed the application. So 15 times 2 is 30, divided by 3, and I get 10 liters of kiwi berry, or of kiwi fruit would be necessary. So I got the same answer, 3 for 3, batting 1,000. That's how tape diagrams work. We'll do another example. Okay, how many liters of strawberry juice should be mixed with 50 liters of kiwi fruit juice to make kiwi berry juice? Okay, so here each example is going to take a little bit away from each of our clues. So we have, it's still the same ratio of 2 to 3 when it comes to kiwi to strawberry. Okay, so that's from the original slide. How many liters of strawberry juice? So we're looking for, this answer is what we're going to be looking for, should be mixed with 50 liters of kiwi fruit juice. So read everything. Do not just skip to the questions and then try to figure out what numbers should go in there. Read. That's why the words are there. 50 liters goes here because we have 50 liters total. So this whole tape will equal 50 liters. So we need to break this 50 liters up into its 2 equal parts. That's 50 divided by 2. It's 25. Goes in each part. So that has to go in every square. And then to figure out the total number of strawberry liters, I would take 25 times the 3 parts, which you can use your calculator if you need to, but that's 75 liters. So the number of strawberry liters you would need is 75. Factor puzzle, kiwi to strawberry. Here's my labels. What do I know? 2 parts kiwi fruit to 3 parts strawberry fruit. Find the greatest common factor now goes here. 3 and 2 is 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2. 3 divided by 1 is 3. We are looking for, we know that we have 50 liters of kiwi fruit. 50 divided by 2 is 25. And then 25 times 3 is 75. Yep, 75 liters, 2 for 2. And, okay, and then here we use our proportion given the ratio. Write your ratio in words. Write your ratio in words. Or you can use variables, letters. Kiwi fruit, what do I know? 2 to 3. What am I trying to find out? I'm trying to find out strawberry juice, but I know the kiwi fruit juice is 50. Grab your calculator to solve for S. Cross multiply 3 times 50. Divide by this lonely guy over here. Divide by 2. 3 times 50 is 150. Divided by 2. 75 liters. Woohoo! 3 for 3. It must be the right answer. Okay, for time's sake, I'm just going to kind of do another example here, but I'm not going to talk my way through it. Just watch where I put the numbers. Or maybe you want to pause the video and see if you can do this on a sheet of scratch paper and then play the video and see if you did it right. Okay, if you took my advice and you gave it a shot on your own, you probably went, oh, Miss Grundhofer, look at what happens. Okay, this is an example. You can have fractional parts or mixed numbers in your ratio or for your answers. Now, depending on the websites that we're practicing, I think ThinkCentral will allow decimal answers, or it will tell you enter your answer as a mixed number. I'm not really sure what Get More Math. We'll have to experiment with that when we practice tape diagrams and Get More Math. And I'm not sure what Prodigy will do. But anyway, if you take 20 and you divided it by 3, you get 6 2/3. Those of you using your calculator, if you did 20 divided by 3 on your calculator, you see that you get 0.66666. Oops, that's 2/3, 6 2/3. This repeating decimal, and the calculator actually rounds it up when it runs out of display place values. This repeating 6 is equivalent to the fraction 2/3. So that's how I knew. And I just like working with fractions because decimals that have no end are really hard to work with. 2/3, I know what 2/3 looks like as a fraction. And so then you can, what happens if you do this and then you had to multiply it to find the missing number? Just get familiar with this as fractions, and that way when we're working in our homework site, we know what it means and how to enter our answers. Okay, so here, and you can see if you cross multiply, if you get to the proportion part, 2 times 20 divided by 3 equals 40 divided by 3 does not equal 0.15. I mean, I must not have cleared my calculator. Let's try again. 2 times 20 equals, I'm hitting dividing. Oh, see, if we were in person, you guys would have told me that. 2 times 20 equals 40 divided by 3. That's why I like you guys writing everything down on paper first. 13.3. Here's another common repeating decimal that you should recognize. Its fractional equivalent is 1/3. And we'll talk about why it's 1/3 and not something else. But if you get this on your calculator display, recognize it as the fraction 1/3. And then so the answer is 13 1/3 liters of kiwi juice. Okay, here you see that they have taken away everything from us. So I'm just going to do one example so this video doesn't go over. How many liters of red paint should be mixed with 21 liters of blue paint? I'm going to pause and write it in so I don't use up time. Okay, these practice problems have changed it up a little bit. So now we've switched from fruit juice to paint. Paint is made up of various parts of different shades of colors to make the perfect color for your room or whatever it is you're painting. And in this case, we're talking about perfect purple paint. Blue paint and red paint are mixed. And here's the original ratio, 3 to 5. In the order of the words, blue paint, red paint, 3 parts blue, 5 parts red. Let's make our tape diagram and then use it as a factor puzzle and then a cross product proportion problem. So I'm going to write those in and not while I'm recording. So I'm going to pause here and fill it in. You can try to guess what it would look like on a sheet of scratch paper. In fact, I highly recommend it. Okay, really quickly here, I drew out my tape diagram for blue. I drew 3 boxes for blue, the 3 blue parts, and I knew that in the question I had 21 liters, so I put a little bracket that this group should equal 21 when I'm all done, adding the parts together. And then I drew in 5 boxes to represent the 5 parts red to make the perfect purple paint color. Okay, and I used the fact that I knew that I had 21 liters, so I knew that these 3 when added together had to equal 21. So 21 divided by the 3 parts meant that there were 7 liters in each part, and that meant 7 liters had to go in each of these 5 boxes, and for a total of 7 times 5 giving me 35 liters of red paint needed to mix with 21 liters of blue to equal the perfect purple paint. Okay, setting up my factor puzzle. Here's my parts, blue to red. Here's the rate given to me, 3 parts to 5 parts. And then I know that I have 21 blue parts, so that goes in this box, and I'm trying to find the equivalent amount of red parts needed to keep the shade of purple the same. Greatest common factor of 5 and 3 is 1. And then 5 divided by 1 is 5. 3 divided by 1 is 3. 21 divided by 3 gave me 7. 7 times 5 equals 35 liters. Setting up my proportion, I'm going to label the proportion parts blue to red. You can just abbreviate. 3 parts blue to 5 parts red is equivalent to 21 parts blue to an unknown amount of red parts. Grab your calculators, set it up, cross multiply. 5 times 21 divided by 3. Clear out my previous work. 5 times 21 divided by 3 equals 35 liters. Okay, I am running out of time here, so I'm going to stop the record. Well, I will continue on, and to the next lesson. You can keep this video tab open. And to help you, but your homework assignment today and your independent practice today is in Think Central. It is titled Unit 7, Lesson 5, and it's due on Friday. All right, here you go. We'll see you later.